Alrighty, everybody, we are back once again on MLE Sports. We have the Season 11 Week 9 Academy League match. We have Outlaws versus Sharks coming up. I'm Broba. If you're just joining us, joined in the booth by Gigabyte for this last match. Gigaman, did you find the spider?
Eventually, yes. And yeah, by the way, I'll tell you that in a second. This picture is now forever on the internet, and I will never be able to undo this. It's the reaction when I first saw the thing. Okay, so I found it in my headset after I got up and went to the bathroom. Nope. So you can imagine that I'm a little bit shaken right now. So, the Sharks and the Outlaws. Do you want to take this one, Brobo, while I look up the stats?
Sure, yeah, I have the stats right here. Outlaws sitting at a 31-19 record, 25-25 for the Sharks. Nice and down the middle, 5-5 for the series. Sharks, man, I feel like they're going to have a tough time, just like we saw last series with Shadow and the Bears. The Outlaws are going to be tough to beat. They have a very nice record. Sharks, man.
Yeah, Outlaws currently fourth in Academy League, and I really think that they're going to really dominate the Sharks here. However, we have seen that the Sharks, they at least have a 500 record right now, so it could go either way. They could set themselves up well for a potential playoff run over the next 2 weeks, or they could kind of falter a little bit and really just kind of lock themselves out. The Sharks' destiny is in their own hands right now, I believe, so I really hope to see them, you know, put forward the effort to put forward a good outing here. Maybe at least come out with the 2-3, or even potentially come out and win the series. I'd love to see that too. I think the Outlaws are fallible. I just don't know if it's the Sharks that are going to be the ones that are going to be able to do it.
I mean, any team on any given day is fallible. You can win. Mm-hmm. You know, you could have the world champions coming out and maybe, you know, they have a bad day, and, you know, one team can come out and just stomp them. But it's all going to be down to what happens on the field. Are the Sharks going to have the answer for the Outlaws? Are we going to see a Shadows-Bears game where Shadow comes out a little bit and then all of a sudden it turns around and the Outlaws are going to be dominant over the Sharks, even though the Sharks have been getting possession at the beginning? You never know. It's going to all come down to the field.
Well, we're off to the races here with game number 1. Outlaws win that one pretty handily, and it's gonna go to Caligo. Caligo trying to get it past KJ Introverted, almost able to get the dunk off the wall too, but Seeing is gonna maintain control of this one and send it back into the Outlaws zone. Just a little bit of ping pong here in the early going, first 20 or so seconds. Flames gets a nice bump. KJ Introverted going for another shot. Caligo goes back and gets the save. The Sharks now, they might have the opportunity to get some offense going.
And this might be interesting, because if you look at the stat sheet, Caligo has 0 games played, so he must be a new acquire for the Outlaws here, which, you know, could be something to think about if they don't have quite the pedigree on the field. If they don't have the chemistry, then maybe it could be that the Sharks are going to be able to get some answers, as they will score first, Seeing picking up that first goal.
Yeah, this is just, unfortunately, Flames cuts in, kind of cheats up a little bit there, and forces Caligo to basically play defense on his own. And it's really difficult to kind of defend that and then maintain control of it the entire time. So, unfortunately, Caligo does fall, and the Sharks go up 1-0 inside of a minute here. And so far, the Sharks looking very, very good on offense. They're looking very confident. Their rotations are good, but you never know. The Flames could just get a gimme goal.
Yeah, KJ Introverted tried to go up there for that. Ends up pulling off and leaving it for Flames. I don't think Seeing was expecting it, because he was just in kind of an awkward spot. That was an interesting shot, though, from Flames. I mean, coming from that sidewall like that, that's one in the chest that Seeing is believing. Oh, man. That's funny puns by the chat.
Seeing's believing he can get that save. Now, though, it is the Outlaws on offense. Flames is going to hold back in midfield, waiting for that one to go through. KJ, not a great touch. Caligo might have this one. Yes, I believe he will. 50-50 with Seeing, gets it over him. KJ, is he back in time? Yes, he is. Able to get it out of net. But now the Outlaws have the entire offensive presence, but Seeing gets a great clear and diffuses it right away. The Sharks definitely showing that they can stand up to the Outlaws.
Big plays coming out from the Sharks.
What a
as Caligo gets in front of it in time. I thought that was going to be the second goal, but just barely getting saved by Caligo. Now they're on the attack. Flames going to put that a little bit too wide. KJ can't quite get the clear away, though. Seeing will boom it down into the corner. Caligo dropping it to the corner. Seeing pops it off. Has KJ waiting as well around the defense. Caligo again coming in as the man back for the defense. He's going to get taken out. How dare he save these balls? Seeing takes him out of the equation, but gets it dunked away, and Flames is now downfield. No shot just yet, but he's still... Ooh, he's going to miss. I thought he was going to get off the backboard, but he's not on it.
KJ introverted. Barely got away with that one. If that one was on target, it was 100% a goal. But the Sharks, they are getting very aggressive here. They smell blood in the water, and they are looking to capitalize on it. KJ now waiting back for Flames. Not able to get it fully out, but does keep it away from net. Gets it past Caligo. Breakaway opportunity for the Sharks. KJ trying to cut it in. Is able to get it over net. Not going to be in time is Seeing.
Seeing still on it, though, as Flames is going to get the big demo. Caligo now going to look for this big clear. He's got KJ. Trying to keep it close, but KJ going to jump over top and take it away. Caligo taking Seeing's boost, but he just has enough to go for this challenge. KJ missing that shot. Caligo has an open field. Is he going to have it on target? And he is. A very nice and easy goal for the Outlaws.
I believe that was a ghost touch actually here. Yeah, 100% that was a ghost touch. So
got pinged.
Unfortunate there. Yeah, he got pinged, unfortunately. But Caligo will capitalize on it and put it on target. So the Outlaws with a 2-1 lead with 2 minutes remaining.
And it's kind of interesting that he had that, because Seeing has 44 ping, so server just having a little bit of connection issue there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, though, the server's been having issues all night, so not unexpected here, but you know, that's one of those things that you have to adjust for online with online play, and Seeing adjusts for it very well. He reads Flames, perfect read, perfect touch, perfect shot. Great job by the Sharks to come back here 2-2 with 141 remaining.
And Caligo couldn't quite get back in time for that. You saw him coming into the corner, and it just put them both in an awkward spot, kind of bunching up there in front of that net. That's going to give some points for the Sharks, as Seeing now takes possession. Flames, nice stop by him. He's going to back off, though, actually give all the space in the world for the Sharks. Caligo going up for this, but nothing doing. Is Seeing actually gets off the backboard, introverted, and bullying Flames into the net. Not going to allow him to come out for this, but no shot just yet. Caligo now might have an opportunity. Going to be out center. Flames is not going to be close enough. He's still back by midfield. He was just crossing that center cross line in the middle, and he couldn't quite catch up to it. Minute left to go. Tie game right now for both guys.
Caligo, he's going to put this one off to the side, looking to get it to his teammate. Popping to center. No, he's going to keep control of it. Dunks out Seeing. One more touch. Not there. KJ is able to get it back to corner. Flames looking for the backboard read. Double touch, maybe. Not there. Seeing does get a nice little clear out to the side. Now he'll have control of this one, controlling the game upfield. Getting it past Caligo. Into the corner. Dropping it down for KJ. KJ shot. Blocked out by Flames. What a save.
What a big opportunity that gets stopped out by the Outlaws. Very, very patient as Flames on that goal line to get that stop. Beautiful plays. Now he's trying to convert it into some offensive pressure here. Seeing will pop it around Caligo. He's got time. Can he get it off the backboard out to KJ? He does. The defense going to come in clutch, and Caligo going to get the clear away. 10 seconds now. Potential for overtime. Still, though, the Sharks having possession. I don't know if they're going to have the time, though. The defense is at least locking down. Caligo looking for the flick. He's going to be a little bit wide, though, and that's going to be overtime.
Well, I'll tell you what, Flames has been an absolute firewall on the goal line for his defense. The Outlaws largely still retaining a 2-2 on his back, and Caligo putting the ball through. So perfect defense and perfect offense when it matters. The Outlaws are going to take game one.
Yeah, what a push downfield. Caligo getting that pop. The follow-up with the defense just trying to go for those early challenges. That last bit back, I didn't see who it was actually who was in the back, but he just couldn't quite get there in time. That's Outlaws taking game number one, and there goes the ping for Caligo. Waiting until the very last. At least it didn't happen during the game. It happened at the end, so it didn't matter too much. But man, that was actually a lot closer than I was expecting, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
The Outlaws, just barely edging out over the Sharks in overtime.
Yeah, and it really didn't look like it was going to be that way at first. the Sharks, they have such an aggressive offense. The Outlaws defense they were going into panic mode pretty quickly after the Sharks really started pushing them. We saw a lot of demo plays, a lot of bumping plays come out from the Sharks as well. The Outlaws, they reacted very well to it though. They started getting those long clears because they knew the Sharks were going to be pushing up hard, and they got a couple counterattacks out of it, and they ended up working out. But honestly, all of this comes down to Flames had 2 incredibly clutch saves there that honestly probably anywhere else would have been goals. And he really showed up on defense for the Outlaws so Caligo could focus on getting the offense done. And he's really the biggest aspect, or the biggest reason why they won in that game, I would have to say, because he didn't let anything through. That defense can win games. Now, I would like to see the Outlaws be a little bit more aggressive on offense and push the Sharks back on defense, because we did see some holes in their defense in that game as well.
Well, game number 2, we'll see how this shapes up, if the Outlaws are going to be a little bit more warmed up, or if we're going to be seeing another very, very close match. The Sharks able to put the screws to the Outlaws here, but a miss by Seeing. Going to just lose a little bit of possession. Flames a little bit too slow, actually. I thought maybe Caligo might have been able to get the possession there, but Outlaws are still down in the Sharks' end of the field here. Flames looking for the challenge. Seeing going to get it around him. Caligo going to go grab that corner boost here and wisely not go for the challenge. He's waiting, which I think was actually a really good choice. He could have gone out. I've seen a lot of players in that same position that they'll go for that challenge on Seeing. And you saw Seeing, he got that little pop, and that's the point where they get beat. But you see Caligo very, very patient, allowing himself time to wait for Seeing to try and come at him and leave time for Flames to get back around. I think that was a very wise choice, and it's going to let the Outlaws actually get the first goal here.
Yeah, that was actually a really great play here. Seeing, unfortunately, thought he might have had to go up and get a save on this one. It was a bit high, but he was not able to recover in time. Flames puts that one off to his side anyway, so that's going to be an Outlaws lead here with just under a minute passed. The Outlaws looking to continue where they left off.
Seeing from the ceiling actually is going to miss it out. Flames picking it up off the back wall. Caligo lurking around at the far post, but it's going to get intercepted by KJ. Caligo, nice catch by him, but KJ still coming at him. Will dunk it away. Flames picks it up. Maybe get it off the backboard. I don't think Caligo's going to be close. No, he's still way behind, all the way in the Outlaws' end, and that's going to be a nice big shot. Slot it right in the middle.
There was only one way he was going to be able to get this touch and this shot on target, and see if he got it right here. He had no time besides that. Waits till the absolute last second. Gets it past Caligo. What a beautifully calculated shot. KJ puts that on target. So we have a 1-1 game here with 3:30 remaining.
That's actually been the storyline so far for the Sharks and the Outlaws. Very, very close. A lot of back and forth. Outlaws scoring first. Sharks going to pick one up again. Outlaw probably going to look for a second one, but it's going to get stopped by KJ, actually. Down to the Sharks, and very, very dangerous balls getting saved by the Sharks.
Oh, what a great hover up field by Seeing there. He's going to try and get this to center for KJ. Into the corner. Back to center. KJ shot. Is it in? No, it's just barely off. And now they both have to rush back here. KJ's already on the way back. Caligo is going to try and set himself up for something here. Gets a nice dunk, but it won't be on target. And Seeing will have full control of this one on the way back through. So Sharks barely missing danger there. And great push through by Seeing. Potential opportunity. It's going to go wide.
Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of potential from Caligo. He is very, very methodical on the field. He knows the touches. The first game, he did get put in a couple of awkward situations. But I think in game 2 especially, he's come out and shown that he is very, very good about making sure that he's in the right place at the right time. And right here, you see that evidence. He's getting this push down. He goes and bumps the defender out of the way as he gets it past KJ, and it leaves KJ in such an awkward spot that there's no way he can stop Flames here, and that's 2 for Outlaw.
Yeah, those penalty kicks are such a horrible, horrible situation to be in, as a defender at least. There's really no way to defend against something like that happening. You just kind of have to guess which way he's going and hope you were right. But it's really easy to read if you do that. So, bad situation, but unfortunately that's sometimes the way it works. So now the Outlaws once again will have the offensive pressure. KJ in net. Trying to get this out. Past Caligo. Another touch. Is that on target? Is Caligo going to be in time? Doesn't have to be. Flames is back there.
And again, Flames is also doing well. Not to say that he's not. You know, Caligo is doing a lot of really good stuff in the field, and Flames as well is pulling his weight for the Outlaws. But on the Sharks side, they both are kind of very balanced. They're not leaving each other out in the cold. They're both trying to move together down the field, leave themselves open for the passing plays here, and that demo might actually be pretty good. Unfortunately, the ball ends up going the opposite way that they need. KJ, I think, was trying to get it passed out center, but he didn't quite get the follow-up he wanted, and so it ended up going in completely the wrong direction, though. Seeing still maintaining possession here. Nice touch. Get it towards the back. Flames coming around to clear it away. He does manage to get it past KJ as well. Seeing now scrambling into the corner. Does manage to stop him. Now KJ and they might have bumped each other there almost.
They have to react quickly here. They can get a shot out of this one. Does get one. Caligo, great save. But they had Caligo on the flat foot. If they had just kind of rushed that, they might have been able to get one on target and much more effective. But we still play on at 2-1.
Gotta rush B, don't stop.
Yeah, exactly. Is that... No, okay.
Oh.
All right. That was very, very lucky for the Sharks. They were able to get away with one there. KJ is going to get demoed by Caligo while he was trying to get the flick. Seeing not a great touch there, just gave it up for Caligo, who's now going to take this one for free. Seeing no touch there. One flick, it's over the head, and that's going to be Caligo basically sealing the deal here for the Outlaws in Game 2.
Interesting push. Again, Caligo coming down, gets a nice flick, has one to beat, really. I mean, there were two players coming back, but in all reality, in front of that net, he only had one to beat, got the flick in. 3-1 for Outlaws. Time is ticking down away from the Sharks. I don't think they're going to have time, especially with how the Outlaws have been playing. And this kind of explains to me, you know, why I obviously thought as huge of a scoreline as we saw with the Bears and Shadow, but still, the Outlaws are very, very controlled. They're not doing anything too crazy. They're not going for stuff they can't really hit. If they think they have it, they have it, and they're going to push it down, and you better be ready for them, because they will get those quick transitions in your face, and that shows right there. The Outlaws taking that one 3-1 now in Game 2. Sharks just a little bit behind there in this game.
Yeah, and the Outlaws, they put themselves on set point here, which is exactly what they needed to do. I'm sure they're going to be looking to get as many games out of this as possible to put themselves in a potential position to potentially vie for a first-round bid, for a first-round bye, which I'm sure that they would love to have. The Sharks, though, they are at least giving them a run for their money. I'm pleasantly surprised by what I'm seeing from the Sharks.
Yeah, the Sharks are doing the most they can. I mean, they have more shots overall, but that just means that the Outlaws just need to save a little bit more, and they have. They've gotten 5 saves to the 9 shots total from Sharks, just holding them off. And the Sharks, maybe, if you think about it, if you do the math, that still leaves 4 goals or 4 shots, 3 that haven't been scored. So it's just a little bit just a little bit off target. They got to try and work on that. They got to tighten it up a little bit when they're on offense, and that might help them out a bit because they have the shots, they have the pressure. They just got to get that accuracy now.
Yeah, and the Outlaws, they have been making every shot count, basically. If it hasn't been in, it's been having to be saved. So the Outlaws, they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're breaking down the Sharks' defense. No improvements necessary for them. They need to just keep doing what they're doing, and they need to be consistent about it. The Sharks, they have to find the accuracy.
Well, we'll see if they can pull it off. Game number 3 getting underway right now. The Outlaw in the lead right now, 2-0 in the series. Obviously, it's all Game 5s. It's not really something that's a best of, but still, it's good to see that the Outlaws are maintaining that lead. As we get into game at number 3, Flame's going to pop that high. Caligo looking for the shot, but AJ going to be there to push it out. He might have the space, but not the boost. Not going to get that goal. Very, very close, though. They might have it now, and they do. That's a little bit of a missed touch by Flames.
Maybe a little bit, but I feel as though the credit goes more towards the 50-50 that Seeing got. He just lined himself up on the outside, trying to squeeze it to center, set up KJ perfectly, and that's just a beautiful play all around by the Sharks offense. So they're up 1-0. Sidebar real quick, by the way, I really like the Outlaws colors on Farmstead. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. The every other slat being blue. I didn't actually notice that until you pointed it out.
It's like the red in the wood was really nice.
Ah, okay,
the red. This is the Minecraft player in me, so I like color balance and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's good to appreciate the color schemes. I think a lot of the colors that the teams have are just solid in general, so.
All right, well, the Sharks pressuring here, trying to get something past the Outlaws. Caligo, great defense. It's a great clear, but this is going to be fully controlled by KJ. No, KJ just lets it go. No boost to his name. Caligo comes up and gets a touch, but KJ is able to go around to the top and take this one around the world. Drops it down for Seeing. Seeing no control of that one, and they both let it go. Wait, did they get the Outlaws to bite on that? They did. The Outlaws both go for the save, and that's a goal for KJ.
Interesting, and would have never expected that something like that would have worked on the Outlaws. They've been very methodical throughout the game number 2, and then this one they just kind of go for a little double commit there. Interesting. Well, I mean, that's going to spell some points for the Sharks. They got that 2-goal lead right now. 3 minutes 38 left. We'll see if the Outlaws can come back. Kaligo trying to do so, but it's going to get taken away by KJ. He's got it in the corner here. Does get a little bit of a flick in. Outlaw Flames is going to get the touch to put it across. Kaligo, nice error by him. Seeing comes in for this, but Flames is already waiting on defense. Not going to allow to get too far past him. Ooh,
oh,
is
the
that
pool
going to be
shot?
it? It is. So dirty.
The pool shot here by Seeing. Taps Flames into it. Oh, that was the perfect angle to do that at, too. And then just goes and finishes it off. So great offensive play there by Seeing, just bodying that through. Sometimes all you gotta do is hit it, is just hit something, and it'll go in.
He's like, oh, look, Flames missed it here, buddy. I'll help you get back to it, and smacks him right into it. Oh, that was good. I love it. I love seeing plays like that because it's just one of those silly little physics things. You get the bump, and it makes you feel good to see goals like that go in.
Yeah, cool shots are always fun to watch.
Flames has got to be like, oh, man.
Caligo waiting back on that one. Flames is going to challenge on it. Gets demoed by KJ. Caligo trying to take this one back out to center. You know, the Outlaws have been doing really well on setting up those offensive plays, those passes to middle. Not this time. The Sharks have them figured out on that one. They can't go with that anymore. They have to adapt.
There's a little bit of a breakdown in the Outlaws players. I don't know what's happening. Kaligo can't really catch up to that one. You see him try. He's coming off. He's boosting for all he's worth, but he just doesn't have the momentum shift to get back to that. Now, the Outlaws are down by 4. Oh, no. The flick going to be too far. So close there. Kaligo had the time, but the momentum, he just couldn't quite overcome it again to put points on the board. Oh, I thought Seeing
just a little bit more boost, and he probably would have had that angle. Now, though, the Outlaws trying to get something done. Kaligo going for that bump. Seeing is able to get a long clear out to Flames. Flames trying to get it past KJ. KJ, great pinch to send that one back to center, but Kaligo is there. Great bump by Flames onto Seeing. That might set him out of position just long enough to get it to center, but no, he gets the touch. Flames going for another shot. Seeing is there. That's an overcommit by the Outlaws, and Seeing won't be able to take advantage.
Ooh, so close again for the Sharks to put another point on the board. The demo might help a little bit. They take Flames out. Kaligo gonna be a little bit too low, but Seeing isn't close enough to go for the follow. Flames trying to get it past him. Nice 50 at center field. Is gonna put it out and up. Oh, no one's gonna go for this yet. Seeing playing it slow, but he mistimes the bounce. Gonna whiff that ball. Kaligo gets stuffed by KJ. Flames coming in for the assist to put it away. Ooh, that might be what they need here. Kaligo's gonna try and go for the read. He's a little bit too high though. Thought it was gonna come out straight, and he just went a little bit too far up.
Yep, sometimes that happens. I still do that in MGM too, so you know I can't really blame him too much. So Seeing trying to get another one for the Sharks. The Outlaws are trying to get something here. I think it's safe to say that this game is probably over, unless there's an insane comeback. I mean, 4-0 is a really big hole, you know, when you have less than a minute left. So I think it's going to the Sharks in this game, and I think that the Outlaws, they just need to figure out something on offense besides that pass to center, because the Sharks are reading that very well, and also they need to figure out accuracy.
Yeah, it's just, and especially this game has just gotten away from Outlaw. It's unfortunate to see, but hey, it does happen. And like we said at the beginning, on any given day, anybody can beat anybody else. So this is just one of those games where the Outlaws just kind of got back, and they haven't really been able to get anything meaningful downfield. But time going to be taken down right now. Flames going to go for a last push. Seeing going to stop him at midfield here. Does get A little pincheroo. He's going to try and go off the backboard. Maybe. No, it came straight out to KJ. No shot. Is going to finally be a goal for the Outlaws. Seeing, no. He just slams the window. Come on, Seeing. He could have given him one last goal, and that's going to be the end of game number 3. Oh, what a bully.
Yeah, it's just the Sharks, they just came out better that time. I still feel as though the Outlaws are probably the overall better team. However, when it comes down to it, like we said earlier, any team can be any other team on any given day. It just depends on a whole bunch of variables involved. And the Sharks beat the Outlaws in this game. Do I think necessarily that makes them overall better than the Outlaws? No. But I do think they'll at least be able to give them a run for their money. And I do expect this might go to Game 5 in the set, and that the Sharks, I think they're going to take this next game. And the reason I say that is because they have so much momentum. They just came out with the shutout. The Outlaws, they're not looking like themselves, and the Sharks have really made improvements in their offense.
I think Game 4 is going to be interesting because now you have the Outlaws. The Sharks have shown that they can score points and keep the Outlaws scoreless and pretty much control the match. The Outlaws this time only had 3 shots to their names, 3 saves, and nothing else. No goals. Really no big pushes. They had some, but like especially with Kaligo, we had that push where he went downfield and he got the flick and he threw it too far. And it's just that little bit of again, we talked about the Sharks where they were not very accurate. Same kind of thing happened here with the Outlaws. They weren't really accurate at all when they had the ball in the offensive end of the field. It really obviously affected them. So hopefully Game 4 will be a little bit of a reset. But, the Sharks could continue with that momentum push, and I wouldn't be surprised, really, if they're able to continue to keep the Outlaws scoreless.
Well, KJ, he's going to try and lead off the scoring here. Not able to dunk out Flames. Flames gets it past him. Opportunity for the Outlaws here. Seeing great defense. Great demo by KJ to take out the shooter as well. That's going to diffuse all of the offense that they had going. And now Seeing will try and take this one through. Touching it again. Kaligo, nice block. Flames, opportunity for the Outlaws. Breakaway, no boost on Kaligo. Are they going to be able to get back in time? They get tangled up in midfield, and Kaligo will put that one on target and in. That's a 1-goal lead for the Outlaws.
That's exactly what the Outlaw needed. Shark a little bit too aggressive on their push, and it bites them there. Flames is able to win it out up to Kaligo, who knows he's got time, so he throws one away, and that's pretty much it there. They finally get some points. No longer scoreless. It was 4 goals unanswered on the side of the Sharks, and now the Outlaws have a little bit of momentum. Flames going to try and do something with this. He gets the 50, actually going to win it a little bit here. KJ in an awkward spot, but he won't pop it far enough away that Kaligo now going to back off and grab the corner boost and get set again. Flames just getting back in front of the net. Kaligo going to whiff that as well. That's unfortunate. KJ whiffs. Kaligo spins back around to it. Flames going to try and go out for a pass, but Seeing is going to intercept Kaligo at midfield. Kaligo, no shot attempt. KJ throwing it. Kaligo in front of it again. This is the Outlaws team we needed to see, because I feel like Game 3 Outlaws might have already let another one in.
Well, the Sharks, they're trying to get one in here, and that one's going to go all the way downfield. Caught KJ completely off guard. Flames puts it right by him. That's a 2-goal lead for the Outlaws, and starting to look like it's getting away from the Sharks a little bit.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that I was kind of wondering if it was going to continue, and it has flipped on its head. Outlaws doing incredibly well to get points on the board, and it's what they needed coming off of that sweep in Game 3. Kaligo going to go for the challenge here. It's going to go off to the side. Flames looking for the follow, but he's going to be a little bit too slow for that. Misreading it as well. Seeing, backed off because I think he thought Flames was going to go for that. Leaves some time for Flames to get around for a proper challenge there. The Sharks aren't quite out of it yet. KJ gonna overdrive this. Little bit of a breakup from the Sharks. This is interesting.
So the Sharks might be poor communication here right now. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. They have kind of double committed a couple times, gone for passes that neither one was available for. So communication might be breaking down on the side of the Sharks a little bit. That's almost a goal by Flames. Seeing has an opportunity. Kaligo is back in time, though. Takes it around the corner. Nice control. Seeing back pass to KJ. KJ intercepts it. Seeing turns on this one. Flames back in position on the back post. Guarding front. Gets the clear. back out to midfield. Is anyone there? KJ is, but gets dunked out by Flames. Opportunity for Caligo. One juke. Seeing is there in time. Breakaway opportunity now for the Sharks. Off the corner, off the wall. Not there.
On that last push, I want to point out Caligo actually might have been in position had he not tried to cut in a little bit to maybe go out help out Flames. I don't know if he thought that Flames was going to lose it, but he kind of hesitantly turned a little bit towards the inside, towards Flames, and that put him just slightly out of position for that final shot. They almost would have had 3 if he hadn't done that, but I mean, it happens in 2s. You think maybe your teammate's going to lose it, so you try to get ready for the cut, and then they end up winning, which, you know, and even in 3s can be a very big oof situation here, but they're still down in the Sharks, and they still have ball control. They're playing around with it, making the Sharks work for it here. Flames gets it around. Caligo's there. Oh, man. Another dirty play.
Flames, with no boost to his name, just baits out KJ, seeing trying to go for the awkward angle clear, not able to get a hold of it, and Caligo just puts that one on target. That's a 3-goal lead with 1.5 minutes remaining. Still possible for the Sharks to come out, but we need to see what they did in game 3 come out in game 4 here.
Yeah, it's mostly been the Outlaws controlling the pace, controlling the ball, making the Sharks answer to them rather than the other way around like we saw in game 3. That's working out for them so far, down to the Sharks and KJ. Looking to get this off the back wall and the corner for the clear, but a big 50. Actually going to put that in a neutral ball here. Nice little jump to Caligo, but I don't think Caligo was actually ready. You saw him when he hit that, he kind of was in an awkward space to jump for it. I think it just came out just a little bit too fast. Maybe bounced when he wasn't expecting it, but still, it doesn't really matter. They're up by 3. At that point, they can try and go for some crazy plays. They know that even if they lose 1 or 2, it might not be too bad for them. Although if you lose 2 in a situation like this with the time remaining, you're going to kind of be in a little bit of a panic situation. But the Sharks, they really haven't been getting as many answers this game.
No. And with 30 seconds left, this is pretty much done here. The Outlaws are going to take this game and the set overall. Nice redirect by Flames, keep it out of the hands of the last remaining Sharks defender. But the Outlaws, they just came up much better on this one. They just beat down the Sharks at every turn. Great midfield defense. And unfortunately, the Sharks just got outplayed and outclassed. Now I want to see if they're going to come back competitive in Game 5 and potentially take the 2-3.
Well, I mean, you never know. Like, they could very well come out and score another one, win another series. But at the end of the day, the Outlaws will win the quote-unquote best of 5. But still, I mean, it's all about the games. It's all about the games.
I mean, like I said, the Sharks, they want to come out of this with as many wins as possible because they're in a situation where they could potentially go for a playoff run, depending on how their next week goes. So I'm sure they want to come out of this one, you know, just below 500, as they are on 500 before this loss. So I'm sure they're going to be playing their hearts out in Game 5, trying to get as much as possible. But the Sharks, they will go down in the set overall. The Outlaws are going to take this one in a 3-X set. So we still have one more game left to go. And it feels as though we have to see from the Sharks what we saw in Game 4, or 3. That game. 3.
The last
we have
game.
To see from we have to see from them what we saw in Game 3. That super aggressive offense. Go for those bumps. Go for those demos. Just be relentless.
Yeah, and what I like to point out is, so Game 2, right, we had the Sharks where they had the dominant amount of shots, but the Outlaws came on top. Outlaws flipped it completely on its head in Game 4. They have the controlling shots, controlling saves. They have just controlling everything. They didn't allow the Sharks to do anything really with the ball. They made sure that they kept it close. They were paying attention to each other, looking for each other on the field. Game 3 kind of went by the wayside. I don't know if they got a little bit complacent after their second game win, but they were double committing. They were bumping each other. It just wasn't their game to win. The Sharks realizing that took it over, but then the Outlaws kind of got it together. Like, all right, Game 4, we got to change it up. We got to go back to how we were playing before, and that's exactly what they've been doing. So this game, I have a feeling it's going to be another very, very difficult game for the Sharks if the Outlaws continue to do what they've been doing. I mean, they could go back to Game 3 Outlaws, but I don't think they're going to do that.
I really would hope not. I want to see the Sharks, though, pull out their Game 3 performance. I'd like to see the Game 3 Sharks versus like the Game 4 Outlaws. They both are fantastic teams. I don't want to see those two teams here. Give us a good send-off for the night here, as this is our last series. So give us a good Game 5 to remember. Come out with a 2-3 and set yourselves up for a potential run. That's not how you do it.
Yeah, very big start. First 5 seconds. Flames taking immediate possession. Pops it around. That final defender in KJ. Seeing is trying to get there, but there's no way. He's not even close enough to try and make it back. To try and stop that. So that's just a quick early goal from the Outlaws, setting up that pressure and just not, again, allowing the Sharks to do anything. And it's just like going into last game with the Outlaws where they had 4 goals unanswered. Sharks now have 4 goals unanswered. They might be able to answer it here, which is what they need to do now. It's tied.
Yeah, the complete rush on offense. This one worked for him. Seeing great pass off the backboard, great control to carry that one through, and KJ Interator just puts it through as a result of that perfect pass by Seeing. So 1-1 with 15 seconds remaining. I said get off my desk.
Oh no, did you find another spider?
Yeah, another one.
Oh,
I'm not even nervous anymore. I'm just done. I'm going to war after this.
Yeah, get him out. Get him out. KJ gonna try.
Oh, great shot, KJ.
We both saw at the same time that KJ was ready for this and that the clear just wasn't going to happen for the Outlaws, and he throws one away. Upper 90, getting it just past Flames. There's so much real estate there. I don't blame Flames for missing this one. He really didn't know where it was going. Plus, he was pushed up a little bit, so you see him kind of trying to panic jump and pop it away. But, hey, you know what? It happens. Maybe if he tilts it up. I feel like if he tilts it backwards. Oh, Seeing, trying to put another one in. The Sharks, this is what we wanted to see. The Sharks are battling back now against the Outlaws.
We'll see. He's going to try and get this one past Flames. Great shot by Flames. Gets it to center, but it is going to go over the goal. KJ doing a good job of just defending that near post, making sure that there was no good passing opportunity. And Caligo, nice bump! That's going to throw off Seeing a lot more than he originally thought it might, and Caligo's going to have control of this one, but a great touch at midfield by KJ. He's going to make sure it stays dangerous. Flames lost control of it, left it for Seeing. The Sharks with a 3-1 lead.
Man, that is not what you want to see out of these Outlaw teams. Caligo is all the way downfield after, I'm assuming, just pushing up a little bit, and it leaves Flames back into the corner, and he just gets a really, really unfortunate hit. That is just, oh, my heart breaks for the Outlaws for that one, because now they're down by 2 when they were looking so good to be in the lead. And I wonder why that is, why the Outlaw now suddenly can't seem to do anything when they controlled the entirety of the match in Game 3. And a demo attempt actually coming out from Caligo, going to force KJ into an awkward spot, but that's a big boomer downfield. KJ waiting for the mistouch, knows that he's not going to be able to get the clear away, and that's 4.
Yeah, that's 3-goal lead here for the Sharks. And, you know, I really do hope that we see the Sharks in the playoffs, which is why I think they're really trying to go for this one as hard as they can. I really do want to see what happens if the Sharks make it into the playoffs, because I feel as though they're... I'm going to catch hate for this, but I feel as though the Sharks are a bit of a sleeper team. They haven't had a good run of it in the regular season, but I think if they manage to get into playoffs, they're going to surprise us. Because I mean, we've seen flashes of brilliance from them, and I think they have the ability to turn those flashes into a sustained flame. But the question is, how are they going to do it?
Well, right now they're going to do it by just constantly putting pressure against the Outlaws, who can't seem to go back to last game and keep the pressure up. I don't know if maybe every time that the Outlaws gets a big lead that the Sharks suddenly realize, oh man, we gotta do stuff now. Because last game the Sharks really weren't doing too much, and now they're basically Outlaws from Game 4. They're controlling the pace, they're getting the shots they need, they're moving together, and Outlaw just is struggling right now to get some ball control. KJ right there gonna put it into the corner. Flames pops it around high. The Liga will pick it up, but I think Seeing is going to try and bully him here a little bit. Ooh, he does take all the boost. And interestingly enough, Flames didn't jump for that. He actually, I guess, was maybe going for the goalie and thought Caligo was going to take the shot. And instead of expecting that pass, it was a very weird situation. In my opinion, Flames should have been jumping as soon as he saw Caligo getting ready to pull it across the net. You know, jump for that. Because you know it's going to come fast and hard. You got to get there quick, but he just stayed grounded. I don't know.
Maybe he realized he was pushed up a little bit too far, maybe getting a little bit over aggressive, and didn't want to commit that hard on a touch in case it went south. I don't know. Never know.
But I mean, in my opinion,
we'll
they're down by 3. So like you just got to go for that. Like you're already down.
True.
Just crash the net, man. If they get it past you, you're down by 4. Then it's one or the other.
We'll never be in his head, and then they do crash the net, and then that thing happens. I'm pretty sure that might end up being the nail in the coffin. Flames went for that one. Caligo is still up, and Seeing just got a great touch, put it on the open net. Sharks up by 4 with a minute and a half left. That might be the end of Game 5, but, you know, the Outlaws, they are a great team, and they did definitely outplay the Sharks here, but the Sharks, they put up enough of a fight to make me think that they could really have a run at this playoff, and I really want to see them make it.
Caligo going to try and do something here from the corner. He does manage to get the 50, push it out past KJ. He's looking for it. Seeing actually was close to getting the own goal there, but he hits the brakes just in time. Not going to allow the Outlaws here to get any more points on the board. KJ now taking it away from the net. He's going to look for this follow-up here, possibly to pop it around off the backboard. Maybe trying to get it off the defender, and he does dunk it in, and they're setting themselves up for that sweet, sweet Brazil.
They might take a trip to Rio here. KJ, nice little follow there. Sometimes you just have to follow it, body it, and just force it in by sheer force of will. So a minute left. Sharks up 6-1. They're definitely going to take this Game 5 and go to a 2-3 in the series. They're still going to end up losing it overall, but it doesn't. I'm sure that they're happy with this Game 5 win.
And you did say you wanted to see it. You wanted to see the 2-3, but you also wanted to be slightly more competitive. And the Sharks right now are not letting them be competitive. The Outlaws are kind of doing a little bit of it to themselves as well. They're having some very weird touches. But hey, you know what, though? At the end of the day, the Sharks can still take this one in their backpack and be like, look, we got a nice win over the Outlaws. It looked bleak at the end, but we managed to get so many goals. Outlaws finally going to put some more points on the board, but is that going to be too little too late with 33 left?
It's definitely going to be too little too late. They're still down by 4. That's 8 seconds per goal. Not a chance that they're going to be able to get a hold of this one. And if they do, I will eat the spider's feet crawling across my desk. Yeah.
Oh. No.
Cringe.
No.
Seeing, shot, Flames, save. Seeing with another one. I think I broke him, ladies and gentlemen.
You did break me. That's just, I can't for the I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. I'm just kidding. I'm still here.
Well, you'll only be here for another 13 seconds.
Well, that's fine, because I can't get that image of you eating spiders out of my head. I'm good. I don't want that. I would rather die than eat spiders.
One more for the road, potentially for the Outlaws, maybe for the Sharks as well, as they can get this upfield. Nope, Seeing's just going to put this one in the ground. It's going to be a 3-2 win in favor of the Outlaws, with the Sharks showing life near the end, and they were at least setting themselves up in a potential position to go for a playoff run. They are going to drop to a negative win-loss at this point in the season. However, they're not too bad in the negative. They're only down by 1.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice when you look at it at that point, because, you know, they were 25-25, only down by the 1. It doesn't look too bad. You know, you lose one series, it's whatever. 28-27,
that's not bad. They still have the chance to go for that win and go for that 5-0 sweep. Try and get something done over the next week. So I really think the Sharks have the ability to get there, and if they get there, it feels as though they're going to surprise all of us. And yeah, so. The Outlaws, though, congratulations to them. They're going on to the playoffs 100%. They're 4th in ACAD League at this point, so they came into this already knowing their fate. So, unfortunately, folks, that'll be all from us here on MLE Sports GG, presented by APM Music tonight. Thank you, Broba, for coming out and casting with me.
Yeah, no problem, guys. No problem. I'll be around every now and then. You'll see me. It's not going to be all the time, but I'm a very busy man. But this has been awesome Rocket League. Remember, this is MLE Season 11, Week number 9. This was the Academy League, Sharks versus Outlaws. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys contribute to the hashtag #FreeSleague. Put your points in there. We need to free that man. I don't know what we're freeing him from, but I know it's an important cause. You donate 2,000 points a stream. So make sure you tune in every time you see that MLE Esports GG is live. So we're going to get the heck out of here, guys. You all have a good night, and we'll catch you next week right here on MLE.